Okay, it is Tuesday, 7 February 2017 at 7:03 p.m. I'm calling the regular Board of Trustees meeting to order. And I have just a short prayer to start our meeting. Invocation. Lord, our nations needs your guidance and direction. We humbly ask your spirit, intercede with the leaders of the nation, giving them the wisdom to make decisions that will honor you. We pray fervently for both peace here and abroad. Let us live with reverence to you and with peace in our hearts for our fellow man. We know that this is your desire, but we always remember that you are our God and Savior. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Trustee Head.
Here.
Nelson.
Here.
Brian Berglund.
Here.
Pike.
Here.
President Wetman.
Here.
Trustee Zeiss.
Here.
And Zappa.
Here.
Thank you. Item 2, review and approve minutes from the regular board meeting of 3 January.
I'll move to approve the minutes from January 3rd, 2017.
Thank you, Colleen. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Brian. Any corrections or amendments? Hearing none, all in favor of the minutes as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Item number 3 is comments from the floor, opportunity for residents to make the board aware of topics, issues, opportunities either here on or not on today's agenda. And I'm not sure if you have an agenda item. Okay, you were bored tonight and came out to visit, huh?
No, I'm on the docket for the trustee.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
learning.
Oh, you're running. Oh, all right. So,
Maybe she should.
okay. Well, nice to meet you. I look forward to meeting you after the meeting. Okay. So, and there's nobody else here with anything like that. So, item number 4. New business from the board or staff. President's comments. Let's see. It's February, so I believe it's National or Heart Health Month. So, please, everyone, pay attention to. Keep your hearts in shape, especially since Valentine's Day is next week. So I wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day, and I'll defer to Gloria.
Nothing that's not on the agenda.
Okay. Melissa, you've got one announcement at least.
I do. The spring primary election is on Tuesday, February 21st. The only office on the ballot is State Superintendent of Public Instruction. A sample ballot can be found on the village website under the Election Information tab. Polls will be open from 7 o'clock a.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. And a reminder that photo ID is required to vote a ballot.
So a question I would have is, since we'll be overrun with people here for that big primary, can you vote early or anything like that, or is it just the election day?
Yes, in-person absentee voting started yesterday.
Okay.
And it'll end the Friday before the election.
Okay, thank you very much. Next item is Plan Commission Chair update. They did not meet in January, so we'll go on to item 6. Personal and Finance Committee recommendations, claims approval requested as A.
Stan, can I move to approve the December 2016 non-recurring claims of $33,908.17 and February 2017 non-recurring claims of $96,211.89?
Thank you, Mark. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, further discussion. There's a couple of things on there. There's some bigger numbers. That's when we do our semi-annual payments to different groups that we are indebted to for taking care of different things, library, EMS, stuff like that. And otherwise, there was no strange claims in there. So it's a roll call vote for spending. Kirk?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
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 Unanimous, thank you. Next is bank loan bid selection purchase of a Public Works snow plow truck. Approval requested.
Darn it. Stan,
Ted?
I would move to accept the loan bid from Citizens State Bank in an amount not to exceed $200,000 with a 2.5% fixed rate over a 10-year period. Repayment schedule with semi-annual payments beginning in 2018. No repayment penalties. Additionally, authorize the village president that'd be yourself,
Thank you.
and the administrator, that'd be you, Gloria, to sign loan agreements and secure funding.
Thank you, Ted. Is there a second to that wonderful motion?
Second.
Thank you, Brian. Any further discussion or questions about this? With the present ice and stuff we had out there today, and the calls that came in right away is like, we've got one salt truck, you know, I mean, and, you know, I think the guys did a great job getting out there and getting it done with that truck. So, the addition to a new rig will be good for the winters, I'm pretty sure, for a long time. Okay, any other questions, discussion? Hearing none. It's a loan secure, Tim?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Item C, request for write-off of delinquent personal property taxes, approval requested.
I'll move the village treasurer be authorized to write off $244.36 in personal property tax as uncollectible.
Thank you, Colleen. Is there a second?
Second.
Mark? Thank you. Any questions? We saw a couple businesses that left town, and we can't find addresses on a couple of them anymore, so just gonna let them write that off. Kirk?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Public Works Director, appointment and wage consideration, approval requested. Is there a motion?
Stan, can I move to promote Patrick Moose to the position of Public Works Director at an annual salaried rate of $49,920 with benefits as outlined in our employee handbook?
Thank you, Brian. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Questions? Comments? Hearing none. And I think that's an appointment, so all in favor of the appointment of Patrick Moose being the Director of Public Works, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Congratulations, Patrick, and keep doing the great job that you've done, because the streets have been looking good. Okay. E, overview of the water and wastewater agreements with the City of Hudson, options for consideration, discussion, and possible actions. Gloria, you've got the...
We've met a couple of times with Kip from the city and Brenda and some of the utility commission members regarding how we're currently operating in conjunction with the city. We have some very outdated agreements. They don't address everything that we need them to. There's always confusion over who has to do or is supposed to be doing what, who's paying for what. The two options, one option is to do nothing, which, like I said, in finance, it's not an option. The other one would be for the village to purchase the water infrastructure from the city, which I don't even know that they would go along with that, and it would be quite expensive for us. The third option would be to renew all the agreements, go through and leave the process the way it is now. The fourth option was to combine the villages with the cities and not have two separate entities doing doing the work for separately and combined everything. Of the two options, in order to get a really good understanding of the current agreements, which backdate like maybe 2000 or 75, 83, they're really dysfunctional to operate under. So we have to do something, and I think that we should look at both options openly and do a comparison to see what's best for our residents and what's best financially for the village as well. And then from there, once we get enough information, have the board decide which way they feel that we should go.
Yeah, so there's no actionable for tonight, but it's just something that they're, there was a long list of stuff that the DNR, they got a new person down there or whatever, and he wanted to write a long report against us or whatever, so it's just something that will be addressed down the road, so I just, we wanted to make sure everybody was aware of that. Okay, item number 7, Public Works Committee recommendations, chair update, Brian.
We did meet, and we have 2 items to bring forward as action items. Gotta make sure I got them in the right order here. Skid loader. Okay, I would like to make a motion to approve the exchange of New Holland for Bobcat skid loader and purchase of a 96-inch snow blade from Tri-State Bobcat with a total purchase price not to exceed $4,700.
Thank you, Brian. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Kurt. Discussion? Explanation, Brian, if you want to let everybody know what exactly going on with that?
Essentially, we've been leasing a skid loader from New Holland. Every 2 years, we update the agreement, and our new Public Works Director has put in a lot of research, which is in your notes, to indicate that using Bobcat, who is closer to us, has a mobile repair vehicle that can come to us versus us putting the skid loader on a trailer and hauling it a ways away, which is generally resulting in a 2 to 3 day delay, plus a $120 charge. Is it both ways, or? Each way, if they come and get it. We believe that the Bobcat will perform as well or better, and it's going to cost us less.
Cost us less. I always like to hear that from any of the committees. It's something that we don't have a lot of times. It's cost us less. So, no, I appreciate Patrick, the work he did on this. I know that's been ongoing, and if we get it, again, if we get the equipment there where we can handle the snow, a lot of times that'll save us money without having to, farm out some of the jobs. So, okay, so there's been a motion and a second on this exchange and purchase, and so let's see, that's spending. Tim?
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Thank you. And Brian, the next one is catch basins and repair.
Then I'd like to move to recommend / approve ESS Brothers and Sons, Inc. to repair the 66 catch basins at a cost not to exceed $50,000. Additionally, authorizing the village administrator to combine the $50,000 loan to fund the repair project with the previously approved $200,000 plow truck loan through Citizen State Bank for a total loan amount of $250,000.
Thank you, Brian. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Kurt. Any further discussion?
I got a couple of questions.
Sure.
And just simply because I wasn't in town last Public Works meeting. One, I believe it was lifetime warranty, is that correct?
3-year.
3-year? Okay, so we did qualify that. And then second question would be, ESS Brothers and Sons, Inc. I'm assuming that we've looked at their insurance and they're bonded and in case something,
And we can get all that information, they're reputable.
Yeah,
company.
okay.
They've been doing.
no,
Yeah, they did a lot for Hudson.
okay.
And they've done St. Paul, North St. Paul.
Yeah, we've done a lot of the Twin City areas.
And it is part of the process if it's approved.
Okay.
That we'll get a certificate of liability insurance or something.
So I got Stan.
Okay, thanks, Tim. Good questions. Any other questions, comments? I think it's Kirk, third lead?
Yes.
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 And yes.
Thank you. Next is Public Safety Committee recommendations. Chair update, Mark?
We met in January. We have no action items, but the chief would like to take a moment of our time. Chief?
Thank you, Mark. As part of my chief's report over the last several months, I've kept the committee up to date on the new employees that we have with the police department. We had an officer that started back in July, Officer Tom Mann Jr., and he is now off of his field training, and our citizens should be seeing him out doing his job, patrolling. He typically works at night, so unless you're up late, you may not see him. But he's been also working some power shifts, and also back in January, we hired a new sergeant for the police department. The police commission put forward candidates, background checks were done, and we ended up hiring Sergeant Ben Bose. Sergeant Bose is in training with me right now, so he gets to sit through this meeting to learn a little bit more about the process, although he will not necessarily have a direct correspondence with the board, but as needed, he will fill in my vacancy and help supervise the department. Expect that he should be off of his training process at early March, and he'll be going to the midnight shift, and Tom Mann will be moving around filling some other vacancies. So expect if you're up late, you'll be able to see him in March and whatnot. So wanted to welcome Sergeant Post and introduce him to the village board and to the community that might be watching tonight.
Well, thank you very much, and I just wanted, I mean, you've had a heck of a year with half a staff and to get some quality help that we've, the officers that you brought in. I want to thank you personally, and I want to welcome Ben. I said this before that it's nice to have a full staff now, and we look forward to a long career with you, because the chief, I don't know how many more training sessions he'll be able to take and stuff like that. So yeah, we don't, he doesn't need any more of that. But welcome to the group, Ben, and we look forward to a long time with you.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Thank you. Okay, and there's nothing else from public safety, so public welfare. Colleen, do we have anything?
Public welfare did not meet, but Park Board did, and we are going to work on drafting an ordinance to make some changes and recommendations for Ferry Landing Beach to address the problems that have been there. So, that's all.
Yay.
Thank you. No, that, and as I looked over the work that you guys have done, I want to thank the park board a lot. That's, it's not an easy thing to do, and I know trying to coordinate between, park, with Public Works and the police on what we're gonna do with this, an issue we've had numerous complaints on and stuff, but I want to really thank the park board for all the work you guys have done, and let's see, with that, I'll say we're adjourned at 7:21.
Thank you.
Quick one.
Thank you, everyone.